I just to talk through, or would you like to take
Absolutely, absolutely. Please, please do that.
Okay. I think we should have everyone here.
Yeah, looks big. Okay, let's kick off. So, everybody, thanks for joining in relatively short notice. The reason for the team gathering today is just to take the team through the updates of the events around the EVSP and the next steps with that. So we'll be reading through just the latest information out to the team, and at the close that will be open up for questions. So with that, let's kick off. So confirmation of the separation program. So after consulting with our union partners and assessing the number of EVSP applications received, today we are confirming that we will go ahead with the compulsory separation program at an LL6 and GSR level in product development and some support teams that work closely with them. As many of you know, you may or may not know, but there's been one of my notifications with the LL4 and LL5 leaders over the past few days, and I appreciate your keen information session for an update on those. That will come in early next week, but today we just want to focus on next steps as they relate to each of you. Many of the details are the same as we've discussed over the past couple of months, but I want to take the time to walk you through the plan from here. So what we're going to talk about today, firstly, an update on the EVSP, secondly, details on the compulsory separation program, redeployment, support available, timeline, and compulsory separation terms. So an update on the EVSP. So since applications opened on 4th of July, we've received 166 salaried applications enterprise-wide. 97 of the 166 salaried employees were from product development team members, and the majority of those have been accepted. Of the 97 applications, 72 were from GSRs, and 25 from LL6 leaders. The remaining 69 were from a combination of non-PD impacted skill teams and non-PD non-impacted skill teams, where some redeployment opportunities may now be possible. Yesterday and earlier today, all those impacted teams who applied for an EVSP were notified about whether their application had been approved. That said, we will be accepting late applications from GSR and LL6 team members until August the 11th. Early next week, we'll be in a position to share our team's LL5 plus structure. We will be proceeding with a compulsory separation program. Given the number of ESP applications are short of the target headcount reduction number, we will be progressing to a compulsory separation program for salaried employees in product development, VOMI, and some other directly impacted non-PD skill teams. This does include our team. So details of the separation, the compulsory separation program. I know this process won't be familiar to you, as we did not cover it in detail during our other cascades. So I want to spend a few minutes on going through it. So the process and criteria are consistent with those used in all previous CSP programs for the last past 10 years. For PD, all employees are considered impacted and are therefore in scope for assessment. Affected employees will be selected for compulsory redundancies in one of two ways. First way is based on scores against selected criteria that we'll outline in a moment, with those employees with the lowest scores being selected for compulsory redundancies when compared with their peers in like roles, or where a particular role or position is no longer required to be performed. We will be filling roles with a focus on building the strongest possible team for the future. Staffing of PD roles will be done both within a PD pillar and with a cross-pillar approach where skills are transferable. So the criteria, all impacted employees will be assessed against 5 selection criteria. First one being performance of work, and then demonstrated performance of work and demonstrated performance of objectives to date. The second one will be forward behaviours, demonstration of the forward OS behaviours, excellence, focus and collaboration. The third one, flexibility, demonstrate the ability to perform a variety of roles within the skill team or, if appropriate, cross-functionally. Fourth one, business critical skills and expertise, and the application of business critical skills and expertise. The final bullet point, future potential and contribution. So future potential and or future contribution to the business from the work, performance and or leadership experience. HR will be present during all ranking discussions to ensure the process is applied correctly in a consistent manner and meets all legal requirements. With that, Sophia, I might just pass over to you for a timeline.
Thank you. So I'll continue on regarding the CSP timeline. Salary employees selected for a CSP will be notified around the last week of August, with employees exiting on 15th of September 2023. We will only be accepting late LL6 and GSR EVSP applications from PD and impacted teams until August 11th. After this date, no further EVSP applications can be made, unless based on genuine compassionate grounds. Late applications can be submitted by contacting foasupt@fort.com. Regarding the compulsory separation terms, I would now like to reiterate the CSP terms that were previously shared. These terms were applicable if individuals are notified of a compulsory separation during Q3 2023 and are published in the GSR EBA. The compulsory separation package, CSP, under the clause 5.0 terms are 4 weeks notice plus 4 weeks per year of continuous service capped at 90 weeks, excluding notice, plus 1 week loyalty payment per year of continuous service uncapped. This is excluding shift premium. The period of notice is increased by 1 week if the employee is over 45 years of age and has more than 2 years of continuous service. We encourage you to spend time reviewing the email you will receive shortly with more details. Next is regarding redeployment. As you know, the EVSP was open to all salary employees of Fort Australia, including teams that were not directly impacted, to potentially open the redeployment of an impacted person behind a voluntary application. Our focus is to successfully redeploy as many impacted employees into appropriate roles outside of the PD and directly impacted non-PD skill teams. All employees in impacted areas will receive verbal and written confirmation advising them of the redeployment process and timeline in the next 24 hours. On Monday, 7th of August at 10 a.m., there will be a redeployment job information session for PD and impacted non-PD employees to come along and learn more about the possible non-PD opportunities that can be redeployed into and the skills and attributes required. After the job information session, a survey will be shared with all employees in impacted areas. This is where they will express their interests and advise qualifications and experience. All employees that complete the survey will then have a one-on-one conversation with the business lead. All employees who express interest will find out the outcome during notification week commencing Monday, 28th of August. We will continue to work through applications from our hourly teams. I know many of you work closely with hourly team members, so wanted to give a quick update that we are working through EVSP applications in impacted hourly areas, and we'll share an update on next steps soon. Please reach out to talk. As we've gone through these past few weeks, I've been really proud of how everyone has shown care for each other. Please remember, our door is always open, so speak to Carol, me, or your people leader, or the EAP service, which is well equipped to talk about the kinds of changes that are happening. In the next couple of days, you will receive an email with additional well-being resources for you to access at this time. A variety of offerings have been organised, and we encourage you and your team to make use of these. So you're welcome. That's it for the script. So you're now, if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask them, and you can feel free to talk to us later. Any questions?
Just one question from me, Sophia, Andy. It's Paul here. You mentioned that SC and SE are included in the compulsory next step. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct, Paul. So, as it says in the document, associated teams with, I guess, PD interface will be in scope for review. So, yes, the short answer is yes, there'll be some impact to S, E, and C.
Sure. And just a follow-up question on that, I think through the voluntary process, SC and SE was targeted for 2 potential people. Has that number changed going into compulsory?
I'm not sure, Carol or
We're not going to comment on that.
I think this has been quite a lot to take in a short amount of time. So there will be emails coming out to provide more detailed information. And although there may be limited questions right now, I'd urge if anyone's got any questions to approach your people leader or HR outside this meeting. But, there's still quite a lot to be done, as you can see by the dates that are in this performer around. Clearly there's still work being done to understand all of the voluntaries and involuntaries. So I guess we'll just hold it there and just be mindful. As it said, these are difficult times for a lot of people, and let's just ensure that we keep talking, keep supporting, and be conscious that perhaps not everybody's in the same boat. So, Helen or Caro, is there anything you want to add to this?
I just wanted to add just a reminder that there will be an email that will follow this cascade with some key messages, because there is a lot of information that we've just shared. So please look out for that email later on today. And of course, like Andy said, feel free to reach out should you have any questions.
Sarah, is there anything you'd like to add if there's no other questions before we close up?
There's nothing further from me, but thank you both for taking the team through the cascade materials. Appreciate for everybody, it is really a lot to take in.
Okay, if there are no further questions, let's close up. But just again, let's everybody be respectful of each other, and please don't hesitate to come if there's any questions. I'm sure when the email comes out, it gives you a chance to peruse it, which gives you another opportunity. So thanks everybody. Quite short notice for the meeting, so thanks everybody for attending.